Hey there, this is Trucker Wayne with Driver Solutions. I had a great post on YouTube from Wild Man. Love the YouTube signature there. But Wild Man had made a comment, not so much asking me anything, but just basically giving me his first year experience and how and what he felt when he first got into the truck, and they stuck him with a teammate, and basically it was a horror story. It was kind of tough to read it, to hear that another person would go through an experience like that. But and he mentioned that he was a statistic that I talked so much about in the first year and quitting, and he'd like to get back into the business. This brings me to some very important information. I don't know, over the last 5 years, I've done so many written blogs. Now I'm vlogging and doing these videos. And we do them because of someone just like Wild Man. And why is that important? Because what we're trying to say is that if you have an experience like that and you can actually get through it and reach out to people, I know at the moment, we all live in the moment, including me. If you can get through that moment and you can maybe reach out to people in the trucking company that you work for, or an experience that was as bad as Wild Man did have, if you can reach out to someone and get through that initial pain, a lot of times, well, I'm just guaranteeing you here. I don't make a lot of guarantees, but it gets better. And why does it get better? Because after you get that time in, after if you want to go solo and they stick you with a teammate, that stuff passes. And if, let's say, you have to go 6 months with a teammate and then you go soloing, that if you want to solo, that 6 months might be the hardest 6 months of your career. But once you do go solo, and once you get the other 6 months in the year, and then you start making them choices, I guarantee you that things get better. It does. It's so hard when I hear stories like Wild Man, when he talks about what he went through and how hard it was, and that he was a statistic. I am not in the seat with you, and I'm not making the choices that you make, but I can, with all these videos, help you understand that things do get better. We've said that over and over again, but his story is a lot of people's story, where they get in and they just are overwhelmed. Let's say being with a teammate. I've heard plenty of people say they didn't want a team, got with a teammate, and they've been teaming ever since. So it goes both ways. But if you're like Wild Man and had a horrible experience and didn't feel safe and wanted to get out right away, if you just somehow, if you can be safe and stick it out, that 6 months that you're there, and maybe the situation isn't all that great, and let's say you stick it out and you spend 10, 20, 30 years in the business, that'll seem like a long time ago if you can get through it. So yeah, I felt kind of bad when I read that story. We get a lot more comments, a lot of stories, and a lot of people asking questions, and I personally love it. It makes it easy for me when I do these videos. I don't answer every single question. A lot of times we're going to start putting, if someone asks me, for example, someone asked me just recently, hey Wayne, what's it like? What can I experience in the first year? We have a video for that. We've got a library for that at Driver Solutions YouTube page. So thank you, Wild Man, for the letter, and hopefully you get back into the business and things get better. This is Trucker Wayne with Driver Solutions, with the positive path to trucking success. Check it out on Facebook, and also check my page out, Trucker Wayne, on Facebook. Give it a like, give it a like. We are growing. This is Trucker Wayne, and I'm out.